We just tested the Enclave Plasma Rifle after Bethesda updated the 3 Science Perk Cards to increase damage on select energy weapons. Did this update amp up the damage or did it discharge its usefulness? Stick around to the end for my verdict. Is this gun a keeper or bound for the legendary script machine? Later in the video, we will also show you all ways to acquire the weapon and its mods. We squared off against the Mirelurk Queen. In this footage, we did not equip the newly updated Science Perk Cards. The average damage was a mere 116. Now pay attention to this number. We took her down in 11 seconds. We will remember this for later. For this demonstration, we chose anti-armor with average second and third legendary perks. This ensures a fair analysis for players without top tier rolls, as getting the weapon with the right mods and getting the right rolls will require time and patience. Now, without the science cards equipped, the damage is 68 for ballistic and 68 for energy. Each science perk cards adds 10% damage. The rifle itself is primed for max damage, while Aligned Flamer Barrel and Reflex Sight added to lower action point cost. Will these cards have an impactful damage increase, or will their performance be underwhelming at best? .3 seconds, a 52% decrease from 11 seconds previously. That's quite a large time gap, but how? First off, range plays a key role with this weapon, and finding the sweet spot will be something of a challenge. Also, it's an extra 53 damage per shot on average. I was able to kill her faster, and so she couldn't get an attack off to stagger me, and I didn't have to dodge her attack wasting time. You do more damage this way, so typically you won't have to reload as often when dealing with harder bosses. Let's take a look at the weapon itself. In anticipation of this update, I spent the greater portion of my life tracking down these guns for testing, so that I can help you determine if the grind is worth it, and what to look out for when rolling and or modding. This anti-armor was the weapon used for this video. Its secondary star is replenish action points with each kill, which is better suited for hordes such as Radiation Rumble. Opt for the legendary perks such as 25% less AP when seeking out, or rolling this weapon as it uses a ton of AP. I made sure to find an enclave with the Reflex Sight, which is what you want when seeking out this gun, as it provides the least use of action points. On my second anti-armor, the secondary perk being critical damage is where this gun really shines. This gun is devastating when used in VATS with crits. However, it drains your VATS meter very quickly, and the fixed scope was a pain to use and drains AP too quickly for it to be a good weapon. This bloody would be the other plasma I recommend with the right build. The weapon has a short range, meaning you'll be in close combat with all your enemies. So go tanky if you do, and pair it with a vampire's rifle. The quad effect is essentially useless for this weapon. The quad version has an ammo capacity of 390 versus the 300 for standard, so reloading is not an issue with its already large ammo capacity. As for the capacitor, I chose prime for this video as this gives you the max base damage, though you could go severe beta tuner for burning damage and improve critical shot damage. Time to show you the how and where to find these Enclave Plasma Rifles and mods. The best way to obtain this weapon is at the Drop Connection Enclave event in Watauga, Berkeley Springs, and Harper's Ferry. It has a good chance to drop an Enclave Plasma Rifle or Enclave Plasma Pistol as an event reward. The rifles can randomly drop with various barrels, mods, stocks, and scopes already attached, and more importantly, the only way to get a random drop with a fixed reflex sight. If you have completed the quest line Bunker Buster, you will have access to the White Springs Bunker. The easiest way to get into the bunker is through the service entrance. Once inside, you will find Modest terminals. Here you will find 4 guaranteed Enclave weapons to spawn, though it seems bugged and I only see 2 available at any time. Enclave Pistol Semi-Auto, Enclave Rifle Semi-Auto, Enclave Sniper Rifle Semi-Auto, Enclave Rifle Auto, and Enclave Pistol Auto. Transmission Station 1AT U03. You will need to have completed the original Enclave quest line to be able to enter this location. Enclave Plasma Rifles will only drop from the Scorched Enclave Chief. Note that these rifles are standard and only drop with standard capacitor, short barrel, stabilized stock, standard sights. Now the best way to get box mods is through vendors, Watauga Station, and Berkeley Springs. Note that all yellow box mods for sights are night vision scopes, including small, medium, and large sniper scopes. For capacitors, Enclave Beta Refined and Beta Severe can be obtained from these vendors, and for barrels you're looking for the Enclave Align Flamer barrel. So what's my final verdict on the weapon and updated Science Perk buff? Bethesda's patch note stated, "We've adjusted the way the plasma gun mods deal physical and energy damage to be more in line with each other. The result is a slight boost in physical damage and a slight decrease in energy damage." My experience with this weapon before the patch seemed to have dealt a greater amount of damage. I also noticed crit damage was fairly nerfed and was what gave this weapon its OP status. It appears to me the Science Perk cards were added to balance out the energy portion nerf as a guise to not upset players. Still, overall, I feel even with this balance and the damage increase still performs worse than originally. The grind for this weapon was an absolute nightmare, and the patience required is that of a saint. As a daily weapon, it's certainly enjoyable and mows through hordes. However, notice the amount of time it takes, 8 seconds to chew down the Overseer, an eternity compared to easier to obtain weapons. With Bethesda updates always around the corner, I'm going to throw this in the storage box and hope they fix what they broke and take it out for a quick spin every now and again.